This is the story of the Great Aquarium disaster, also known as the time I got lost in Chicago when I was 6. It all started on Christmas Day in 2005. Every year, my grandparents would put the presents for the 4 grandkids in big Santa bags with our names on them. One for me, my brother Christopher, and my cousins, Alex and Livy. When we had finished opening all of our presents, they sat us down and told us they had one more gift for us. They were taking us on a trip to Chicago for our spring break, or as my aunt called it, the Windy City. Flash forward 3 months and it was time for our trip. We were very excited to take the train there, even if it was a long ride for 4 young kids. Once we got to our hotel, we found out that we had a separate room from our grandparents. We stayed up that night watching a scary movie about giant spiders that we did regret in the morning. We spent the week touring Chicago and shopping until our final day, when we visited Shed Aquarium. The day we visited the aquarium was a very exciting one for me especially. As a kid, I loved everything to do with animals. I was so excited to see real-life dolphins and beluga whales. I remember taking the city bus to the aquarium and looking out the window thinking of all of the animals I was about to see. We spent our day watching dolphin shows, looking at all the fish, and visiting the penguin and Komodo dragon exhibits. I was having a blast. Around lunchtime, we decided it was time to make a pit stop at the gift shop. We walked in and all of my dreams came true. I was suddenly face to face with the biggest wall of stuffed animals I had ever seen. I stood in awe, staring at it for what felt like minutes. I turned to say something about it to Livy, but when I looked, she was gone. In fact, everyone was gone. I started to wander around the store saying, "Grandma, Livy, Alex, Fifth," but no one answered. At this point, my fear set in. I couldn't find anyone in the huge store. That's when I decided to see if maybe they had left without telling me. I walked in and out of the gift shop over and over again, eventually starting to cry. Finally, a young mother noticed me and asked, "Honey, are you lost?" All I could do was nod my head. The lady took me to the front of the aquarium where there was an information desk. She told them I was lost and then they took over from there. They sat me down in a big tall chair so I could see everyone walking in and out. They gave me a pin in the shape of a lizard to try and help me calm down. It only worked a little bit. Then they made an announcement over the whole aquarium. "Excuse the interruption, Shed Aquarium guests. We are looking for the parent or guardian of a 6-year-old girl named Jill. Please come to the front desk. Thank you." All of a sudden, I see my grandpa walking towards me. I jumped off the chair and ran towards him. He picked me up and hugged me, then took me back to my grandma and my cousins, who were still, by the way, in the gift shop. The first thing I said when I saw my grandma was, "Grandma, you lost me." She laughed, but obviously felt really bad. Since they felt really bad about what happened, my grandparents let me pick out a stuffed animal from that glorious wall. I chose a life-size penguin and named him Pengu after a show that I used to watch. I'm pretty sure I still have that penguin till this day. After that long, traumatizing event, everyone was hungry. We went to the aquarium cafeteria for lunch. All 4 of us kids got chicken nuggets, but I was allowed to get candy for dessert, again, because they felt bad. I have a very vivid memory of spending that lunch pretending to feed my new penguin friend Swedish fish and being told to stop playing with my food. So there you go. That's the story of the time I got lost in Shed Aquarium and thought I was never going to see my family again. I know, dramatic, but I was 6. My grandma still doesn't let me live down that "Grandma, you lost me." She still thinks it's hilarious to this day.